Hi, Kiesha.
Yep.
I'm Detective Smith with the OPP.
Hi.
This is Detective Grant. Thank you for coming in today. We really appreciate it. And it shouldn't take all that long. Now, we just want to establish what you saw tonight and what led you to call 911.
Okay.
But before we get into that, we'd like to just get some basic information on you.
Sure.
So, could you please state your full name?
Yeah, it's Kiesha Lynn Cato.
Okay. Where do you live?
79 John Street, yeah. Sorry, I've just moved here a few weeks ago.
That's fine. Where did you live before that?
Chatting.
Okay, not that far then.
No.
Where do you work?
Starbucks.
Okay. And finally, what's your date of birth?
March 11th, 1995.
Now, take your time, just tell us what happened tonight.
Okay. Well, I fell asleep on the couch after work, and that was around 7:30, 8-ish. I'm not exactly sure of the time. Then I woke up, and then...
When do you think you woke up?
It was 1:05 a.m., and I know this because I looked at my phone. So at that point, I decided I was going to go have a smoke. So I went to the kitchen, I put on my sweater, I grabbed my smokes off the kitchen table, and then I went out to the front steps and I started to have a smoke. And then I look over and I see this guy, and he was acting very weird. He was freaking me out. He was walking up and down the street. He would get to one end, he would stop, look around. Then he'd walk back to the other end, stop again, look around. It was just very weird.
How many times did you do this?
At least 3 times.
And so he was pacing up and down the street. Was he doing anything else, such as smoking a cigarette or perhaps drinking?
No, not that I recall.
Could you describe what he looked like?
Yeah, he was wearing all dark clothing. He had a dark jacket on, dark pants, and he was wearing a hat.
What kind of hat?
It was definitely a baseball cap.
What about him? Could you describe his height? Was he tall?
He had to have been at least 6 foot.
What about his skin color?
He was white.
Are there any other distinguishing features about him that you could describe?
No, sorry.
Okay. So he's pacing up and down the street.
Yeah.
What happened after this?
So like I said, he's walking up and down the street, stopping, not going down any other street but ours. He was just very weird. It was freaking me out. And I couldn't go back to bed knowing that this guy's on our street. So I ran inside and I called the police. I thought, maybe they can come check it out, make sure everything's okay. Because I was freaked out. I couldn't go back to bed like that.
So you called 911. We understand that you called 911 twice.
Yes.
So what happened after the first call?
Okay, so after I got done calling you guys the first time, I went back to the window to check on things because I thought, I can't go back to bed knowing this guy is on the street. I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know who he is. So I look out the window and that's when I see directly across from my house. He goes to the house on the left. He goes in between the houses and then goes to the house on the left window, and he takes off the screen and puts it on the floor, or the ground, sorry. And then he opens the window.
How do you know he was opening the window?
Because he was doing this with his hands, and then he went in.
Okay, and this is when you made the second call?
Yes.
Okay. What happened after that?
So I was freaked out. I ran, I called the police again, and then once I called the police, I immediately ran and locked all my windows, all my doors. And by the time I was finished all that, I go back to my living room where my window is, where I have seen everything happening. And I see police lights. They're flashing through my window. So at that point, I'm assuming the police got him, everything's okay. I'm not quite sure, what went on, but the police are there, it's going to be under control. So I figured I'm going to go back to bed. So then I went back to bed.
Okay. And I believe that should cover it.
Okay.
So thank you for your time. If you can think of anything else, you can feel free to give either of us a call. You have our business cards. So thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you guys.